Alright, so we're in our second day of our hunt. I've got a call into a bull and he's coming in right now. I gotta show this to you. Ready? So, long story short, found a bull. He was working his way back to a bedding area. I positioned myself really, really well with the wind in my favor. And I circled this clump of trees in the middle of the field where I thought he had gone into. And typically, late morning, they're going to go bed down. Well, sure enough, as I walk around the corner on the far west side where the shadow is, and this is typically where animals will bed, in the dark corners away from the sun as the sun moves from east to west. I'm walking around the corner and I see this bull bedded. And I'm not kidding you, I'm 5 to 7 yards away. He doesn't even know I'm there. Completely bedded, asleep. I looked at him. He wasn't the one I was after. He was a young juvenile, probably maybe a 2-year-old. So instead of deciding to, shoot him in his bed, because I'm here to shoot the one that I stalked yesterday, I decided to take a little video clip. Just as I take my phone out, go figure, my dentist calls and the office leaves a message saying my wife had told them I was away hunting and they're calling me to set my appointment up. Just as that phone rang, that little bull jumped out of his bed, beside himself, stood up, jumped 3 feet, ran 10 yards into the trees, looked back at me and stood there. And again, I could have taken a shot, but because he was a juvenile, I let him go. Hey, good morning. What a beautiful morning to be out hunting for moose on a first week of October. The morning has already been eventful. Had an opportunity to put a stock on some moose feeding out in the wheat fields. Unfortunately, the one that I'm after is still eluding me. However, the hunt is still on and we'll keep pushing. As you can see, bagged under my eyes. Had a great night last night helping a friend do some combining. Got to help those farmers right now. Mother Nature hasn't been very easy on them, if needless to say. So please make sure you thank all those farmers. All right, we've got about an hour and a half left of the day. This is my last day, day 4. The evening hunt, typically, about a half hour before dusk is when most of the action happens, and those larger bulls tend to show themselves probably about 10 or 15 minutes before dark of legal shooting time. I've had a great time out here in some amazing country. Gotta love our province of Alberta and the opportunity that it affords us who are outdoorsmen to enjoy our sport of hunting. Love archery. Gets me walking, gets me in the moment of true hunting, sportsmanship, if you will. stalking an animal, playing the wind, reading the elements. It's been a great 4 days. I've had some great adventures. I've had some exciting opportunities that have not worked out in my favor, but that's hunting, and that's okay. The greatest part of this sport is getting outside, enjoying this beautiful country, amazing opportunity to hunt, and going into Thanksgiving weekend, what a better way to celebrate the nature of Thanksgiving, as our ancestors used to have to provide for their families, whether through the farming or growing their own crops or harvesting animals to feed their kin. Gotta love the hunt, gotta love the sport, and here's to hopefully a successful evening. If not, it's always a good time to be outdoors. Day 4 ended with not much action. Had a lone bull in the middle of a wheat field come out. I put a stalk on the animal. I figured that he would have been close by to the herd that I had seen earlier this morning with a bunch of cows, and hoping that the larger herd bull, which was in the area, would have been there. Unfortunately, it was not. Had a choice. Had 4 quarter sections of land to hunt where I thought the animal would have been at. I picked a spot, and he was not there. Time was not on my side. By the time I worked back to where I originally started, it was nightfall, and the day ended. That said, hunting is an adventure, and I love it. It's what keeps me going every single day. The obvious of why hunt, obviously the harvest of the animal, providing an amazing protein source for my family, which we all enjoy. But it's really that sense of adventure that keeps me coming back every single time. Just like that moth.